we've got two leading use cases here. One is real-time, so within a meeting, within the Webex meeting environment, where you can engage your participants right in that meeting by creating polls or quizzes. And then we've got the asynchronous pre or post meeting scenario where you can gather your employees' questions before a town hall, for example, through a Webex space in advance of that event. You could even survey them for their feedback afterwards. So I'm going to show you how you can use right here Slido with Webex meetings in order to engage your audience inside a real-time live meeting scenario. Okay, taking the example of being in a Webex meeting where, for example, I am currently the host, and let's imagine I have multiple participants within this meeting. What I'm going to do is, in advance of our meeting, or maybe in real time, as I can show you, it's really easy to set up polls. I'm going to create a series of polls. This is my Slido dashboard. I'm going to create a multiple choice one where I'm going to prompt and ask my audience how they're feeling today. How are you feeling today? Great, good, fine. Awesome. I'm going to save that for now. And then I want to create another little poll just to show you the different types of polls that you can create. There are open text feedback, quizzes, ratings, and I'm going to create a word cloud asking my audience what is their favorite color. Okay. So now what I can do is choose which one I want to launch so that it goes live for my meeting. I'm going to choose the first one. And then click here on present. I can open this new tab and actually decide right in my meeting, right, I have the results here, right in my Webex meeting right here, I can decide to share my screen with my audience, and that will show them this page. And what I'm going to say now to my audience is, please take out your smartphones, open the camera app on your smartphone, point it to that QR code, and it will prompt you to open a web page. And actually, that's the amazing thing of Slido. There is no need to download any app of any kind. It's all web-based. And now my audience has access to that poll, which they can answer in real time. And I'm getting some answers coming in right now. Perfect. Now, since I have my other poll here, the word cloud, also already, I could simply switch the poll that is presented to my audience to that word cloud. They don't have to go away, they don't have to download anything, they don't have to refresh a page. It all happens automatically. I'm just going to play this, and just like here on my screen share, the poll has refreshed, the browser has refreshed. It's the same on their smartphone as well. And I'm getting some answers coming in as well. So if your audience doesn't have a if some members of your audience don't have a smartphone available to them or a smartphone handy, you can actually have a more tight experience within the Webex meeting client. And I'm going to show you how you can have that more tight experience. If you go in share here, so let's have the poll open here again, putting that live. If you go in share and you use the link, you can share that link, which will be the direct poll for people to answer. You can share that with anyone. And I'm going to show you here what it looks like in the browser. As it's loading, you see this is what you would see on a mobile phone, on a browser, really anywhere. Going back to my Webex meeting, client. If I go up here in share multimedia, this prompts me to actually add a live web URL, which is what I just used from Slido, what you just saw. I'm going to paste that. And as you can see here, the poll is showing up on the right-hand side of my Webex client. And actually, all of my participants can now see that and answer in real time right in the browser without having to pick up their phone. And as I was telling you before, if I decide to switch to the other poll, it will automatically switch to that poll within that web client as well. Let's say purple. Awesome. And that's really it. Slido is extremely easy to use. You can also lead Q&As and surveys with this platform, and then go into the analytics section to see what people have answered throughout your event. I've shown you how you can leverage Slido inside of your live Webex meeting environment to engage your audience. But what if you actually want something that happens beforehand? For example, with a town hall, you could gather questions from your participants. What if you want to do something after that event, something more asynchronous, where you want to gather feedback, you want to survey your participants after that event? How can you leverage the Webex ecosystem alongside the Slido platform? Let me show you that right now. So let's say that I have created a space with all of my organization within that space that can chime in and chat and discuss. And I actually would like them to have an easy way to have access to these questions and to ask questions. So what I would do is, when I am in the audience and Q&A section of my Slido event, I can again use the share, not the present, but the share link, copy it here, and then go right into my space, and using these embedded web apps, I can add one, say all hands Q&A, name it this way, and then add the link to the event. This will give access to my participants to, right within this space in Webex Teams, they get to click here and ask any questions that they want. For example, is our business doing okay? Say, I'm sending that, and then people can vote it. And I also have access to these questions in real time. I can feature them, or I can mark them as done once they've been answered, either during or after. As you've seen, Slido is extremely simple, flexible, and versatile. The quality of your meetings reflect the effort that you put into them. So unleash your creativity, delight your audiences, and start making your meetings highly engaging.